Hi.
Hi.
It's good to see you. How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Good. I've been hearing you've had some trouble with your knees lately.
Yes, for a while now. It's been a big part of my life, actually.
Goodness.
I played sports for a really, really long time, and it was actually partially my mistake in the 3rd grade. I did a cartwheel on the playground, and that was really cool, and was going to push off and slide, and my kneecap just went all the way out to the side of my leg. And from then on, I've just...
was that your first knee surgery? Was when you did that in 3rd grade?
Well, so 3rd grade was kind of like the starter of my, I guess 5 years of a long journey. And so my first doctor's appointment, pretty much wanted to do this massive surgery on me while I was still growing, and wanted to mess with the growth plates, and I'd have one leg shorter than the other, and my parents were absolutely not. And so I ended up just getting a special knee brace made. It had blue and red flames on it. I got to personally design it, and I wore that for a long time. And then I started playing competitive volleyball and soccer, and just kept dislocating. And first surgery was in 7th grade, and then my second surgery was a year to the date of my first surgery.
Oh my goodness. So did you dislocated your kneecap?
Yeah, so my kneecap, normally how it, sits in the middle, I don't even know how to explain it, but it went from the middle, straight off to the side, it would only go back in if I pushed it back in, and then anytime that I do it, my knee, it literally looked like there was a basketball, stuck in my knee.
So how long of a recovery process was that?
My first surgery was 6 months, and so I was back playing volleyball, as soon as possible. So that was a huge part of my life. And so after that, I tried out for my first club team, and that same day I had got asked to play to go to nationals with their high team to be libero for them, because their libero had got hurt. And that night at practice, when I was practicing with them, we were running drills, and
of course
popped right out. So it wasn't in the big man's plan for me, and that was my last time ever playing volleyball.
Dang, that is really tough.
Yeah.
So was the second surgery a longer recovery than the first?
Yeah, the second surgery was about, I want to say 8 months. I was in the straight leg knee brace for 4 months, and then gradually they would decrease the straightening so I could start bending it a little bit after 6 months. And so it was just a real long process of dealing with crutches, having to go to school on them, making sure that no one was in my way, and it was just a huge, huge hassle, but
I believe it.
Now I'm way too cautious.
So did they put, screws in it, or plates to keep it?
What they do, it's a lot like an ACL surgery, because they use a lot of your hamstring, and so they took out a real big portion of my hamstring the first time and kind of just wrapped it around my kneecap, and so I had 2 screws. Pretty much was like a boat, the breast cancer
yeah, for sure.
And so they put 2 screws, and then the second surgery, I had to get a new scar on one side. Then I just reopened my other ones and took more of my hamstring out, and I got 3 screws because I blew out the other 2 from the first surgery.
Right, that makes sense.
So
goodness gracious.
Yeah.
So does this still give you trouble today, if you go running or something?
Yeah, I was never really taught to run again, so that's something that I've gradually had to teach myself in college, and that's a huge way that I relieve stress on a daily basis is just going out for a nice run. I don't push myself too much because I'm just too scared that something could happen, and it's the same thing with intramurals. I love playing sports, so I'm too scared that I'm gonna get hit. It's just not worth having to deal with the brace, and it's just one of those things that is a recurring thought all the time, that pain and everything that you go through. So it's just the weirdest process, but I'm trying to get back into it, teach myself new things.
Yeah, no, for sure.
I know that was a long time ago, but it's a more of a mental thing for me now than it is a physical thing.
Well, it's hard to get the confidence to do something that you love to do, but you're so scared to because ultimately your body's failed you so many times.
Right, exactly.
Do you wear a brace now whenever you run?
No, and I don't really need to. It's more if I go skiing. My family is huge into winter sports, and so I wear just like a precautionary like brace that has a pad over here, and it just pushes everything more in.
Oh, that's perfect.
So it's like really nice. It's nothing like super bulky like what I'm used to. I have one that they want me to wear, and it goes from like my mid thigh to the bottom of my calf, but I look like bionic woman. So it's just not, it's not cute and
I don't blame you.
Not fun, not trendy. So.
Well, I'm glad you're doing so much better, Maddie. It was so good to see you, and I'm glad to hear your progress.
Thank you. Bye bye. So.